Official Development Assistance, or ODA, is government aid that promotes and specifically targets the economic development and welfare of developing countries. Currently, South Korea is the 16th biggest provider of ODA after, in 1996, becoming the world's first country to become a provider from a receiver. But the new Yoon Suk Yeol administration says it's not enough. Since he took office, President Yoon has been stressing the need to expand South Korea's ODA system and recently shared his vision to make the country the 10th largest provider of ODA in order to become a pivotal state on the world stage. So we wanted to take this opportunity to bring in someone who's on the front lines of the country's ODA system, Korea International Cooperation Agency's volunteer and a former reporter at Arirang News. Kim Sung-min connects with us from Bolivia. Good morning, or should I say good evening to you in South America.
Good morning to you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, we all miss you here. So first, can you give us examples of what you do and what it is about the work that made you want to ditch us all at Arirang TV and move to Bolivia?
Right. Currently, I'm in Bolivia, and as a COICA's volunteer, I'm working for World Vision because once you join the program, you're sent to different local organizations that are in need of help, like schools, hospitals, and city halls. And in my case, it was an NGO, World Vision. And here I do social media and communication work based on my field of expertise of reporting. And in fact, you'll see a lot of people with different expertise like cooking, teaching Korean language, and computers, which is very interestingly different from what many people would expect when they think of overseas volunteering. So when it comes to abroad volunteer programs, they're not just about general or physically demanding work like digging water wells, but in fact, there's a lot more that you can do using your own skills and your own experience to really join the efforts put by the government. Apart from my daily work, I'm also working on my own project, which is an opportunity given to all COICA volunteers where they could pitch their own project ideas within the budget of around $20,000 US. And some people use this opportunity to improve facilities at schools, and some people would buy equipments, for example, like computers. And in my case, I was very interested in the issue of infant mortality here. So I decided to use my experience as a reporter to film a documentary to bring more attention to the issue. So recently I've been running around to sign contracts with agencies, and it's been very exciting.
Right. Sounds very exciting, like you said, but what do you make of South Korean government's stance on expanding ODA? In your eyes, realistically speaking, is there a lot of room for expansion?
Well, for my part, when I heard that news, it was I really welcomed the news because it means more bigger projects could come. Through my first-hand experience here as a volunteer working individually, I get to know and learn about many problems here in Bolivia. And some problems are small enough that individual volunteers are able to take care of and make improvements in a relatively short span of time. But we do know that there are also other way bigger issues that have to be handled in much a bigger scale over the course of a longer period of time. So, for example, lack of infrastructures like roads and problems in industries like agricultural sector, where the support has to come in form of a much bigger project. So I believe that the expansion of ODA could definitely open new doors to provide support in such manner. And it's also an exciting news for someone who's already in the field and has observed that once we put right actions, we could actually bring some positive changes.
Right, now, but that doesn't come without the hardships, right? What are some hardships you've encountered while being a COICA volunteer overseas, besides, of course, missing the people you love?
I mean, where do I begin? I mean, helping others, as you would know already, is hard. But it's even harder, especially when you have to do it in a country halfway across the world from your home. And for me, I got food poisoning, salmonella, like 3 times within the past 6 months, and I never had it before. So these kind of things will happen because the environment is so different that you could easily become very vulnerable, both physically and mentally. So it's very important for you to take care of yourself well. And this is not just for your own sake, but for to successfully finish your volunteering work as you have planned. And another part is that naturally, if you join as a KOICA volunteer, you have a very high chance to be sent to a country with a completely different culture from Korea. And in many cases, the local people will not be quite familiar with different cultures, and they might not be as open, meaning that you'll have to withstand sometimes all that curious and even hostile looks towards you.
Right. It must be tough. And of course, you're all the way across the globe. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and I hope you come back safely soon.
Thank you.